Welcome again to our 5-minute sermonette. Today we are reading from the book of Proverbs, chapter 2. We are going to read from verse 10 and today up to verse 22. And the title is simply The Evidence of Godly Wisdom. I pray God is being good to you. Solomon says in verse 10, "When wisdom enters your hearts, knowledge will fill you with joy." We want to continue to talk about wisdom and to think about the benefits of godly wisdom or the evidence of godly wisdom in a person. Solomon says in verse 11, "When it comes into your heart, you will make wise choices." Wise choices will watch over you. That's what he says. And understanding will keep you safe. My friends, let me put it to us. The world we are living in, we need people who are able to make wise choices. In the first world, everybody has the freedom to make any choice. Good choice, bad choice, helpful choice, unhelpful choice. That's called freedom or human right. But here Solomon talks about those that have the wisdom of God. They are able to make at all times wise choices. And understanding keeps them safe as well. Do you have understanding? Do you have wisdom? I made an argument that it is possible to have the degrees, the PhDs, and not be wise. And it is possible to not have any of the education and be wise in the eyes of God. So how do people with wisdom of God, what is the characteristic of those people? Solomon in verse 13, he says this. In verse 12, he says, "Those who are wise, they run away from evil people." Who are the evil people? He says these are the people whose words are twisted. Maybe people who have the niceties to say, but actually there is emptiness to their words. He says that the evil people are those who turn away from the light and go into dark paths. We live in a world where there are so many people who are corrupt, so many people who do evil things, and unfortunately, a lot of us are getting enticed by those people. He says their actions, they are crooked and their ways are wrong. Young men, young women, or even an adult, you can be enticed by these evil people. I want you to consider here, evil is not just the extreme end of it. It's not just those that you would consider to be evil. But think about those that you associate. Do they lead you on paths of righteousness or on paths that lead to death? So Solomon argues that godly wisdom leads people away from that which is evil. God's people cannot do that which is evil. The second point that he makes, and the last point, he says wisdom saves you from the immoral woman. He speaks about an immoral woman. Maybe today it is politically incorrect to just assume it is a woman who is immoral. We do have a lot of immoral men. We do have a lot of people who are promiscuous of both genders. We do have people who are seductive in the way they do things. They entice other people down the path of unrighteousness. He says here, this woman, using this analogy, he says that she abandons her husband and she ignores the covenant of marriage that she made before God. So a wise person, a person with understanding, he runs away from that particular woman or from that particular man. Now you see, in the church today, there are so many people, men of God, who are enticed, who get themselves caught up in these promiscuous relationships, who get caught by that woman with the red lips, the short skirts. My friend, a godly child, the evidence of God's wisdom is being able to run away from such a woman. Also, there are women who are enticed by men with money, with cars, with things, easily enticed. My friend, godly wisdom leads you to running away from those things. So Solomon ends by saying, follow the steps of good. Follow the steps of righteousness, because only the godly will enjoy the benefits of living in the land. Because ultimately, those without wisdom, God surely will destroy. My friend, as I close, I don't know about you today. What kind of wisdom do you have? Do you have godly wisdom, or do you have worldly wisdom? God bless you today, and I so look forward to talking to us again. My friend, please feel free to share the video. Feel free to like. Feel free to subscribe even to my YouTube channel. God bless you, and God keep you. Have a wonderful Sabbath today. Amen.